Hello everyone, VJ32 back again with another edition of What's on Deck. Hopefully you can see me okay. It's a bit of a dark and rainy day. It's going to be dark and rainy for the next couple of days. And hopefully you can hear me okay. Now, before we get into what's going on, a little playing cards, a life update, I guess, why not? First of all, my computer decided to crap on me this week. I've been having some problems with it recently. So I almost didn't know if I was going to be able to do this or my, usual uh, unboxing video, mail video. But fortunately, I got a new computer and had it delivered on Thursday. I got a Lenovo. I've never had a Lenovo before. I decided I would give it a shot. It had some pretty decent reviews. And it's a hell of a lot smaller than what I'm used to, that's for sure, which I'm glad. It does give it a lot more breathing room. And hopefully it will be alright. It's very interesting looking. Pretty small. Um, yeah, I've been having problems with my computer for a little while. It was a week or so ago. I was having issues where it would just crash on me. Like I was watching YouTube videos and it would just die. I would get it restarted. It would work for a while and then it would die again. So I figured I would have a look at it, check it out. It was really dusty. So I blew it out with the vacuum, got it all cleaned up. And I used a program to see if it was overheating. Did seem to be overheating a bit. I don't really understand why that was, because it's not like I'm using it for gaming or anything hardcore. Although I don't, I guess I never really gave it much of a break. I always just had it on like sleep or whatever. So maybe that didn't help. I don't know. I always assumed that just, letting the computer go to sleep or letting it run was fine and that it wouldn't overheat, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Um, but I was having those issues, and I figured it was a glitch that I've heard about and had in the past where there was a video problem, something with the I forget what you call it, just with the computer video hardware or software, and I decided to try and update it, and eventually it seemed to be okay after mucking around with the deck, with the computer. I actually downloaded a program, forget what it's called, that went for the computer and said, "Oh, you have all these problems." So then I paid for software so that I can get it fixed, and fixed everything, all these different errors and whatnot. Didn't find any malware or adware or anything like that, or any viruses or anything. Um, But it seemed to fix everything, and it seemed to be working pretty good for a few days. And then all of a sudden, came home Monday from work, the computer was off. I figured, I didn't think much of it because it wouldn't be the first time. I figured maybe there was a power outage and it was shut off because of that, or something to do with an update and it didn't restart. I tried turning it on, it started booting up, and it stopped. Then it kind of started starting and stopping by itself automatically without me really doing anything. Or maybe because I was pressing keys to try to get it to restart. But no, actually, it was kind of doing it by itself. It would start booting and then it would stop. And then it would restart and it would stop. Finally, at one point in time, I did get it to start and boot up for like 2 minutes. And I was trying to run that program and then it died. And then I couldn't get it to start over again. And I gave up. I said, F this. And I decided to get a new computer because this one had been acting up for a little while. So I figured might as well. It's not starting. I tried. I mean, I don't think it was overheating. Obviously, I cleaned it out so it was nice and clean and dust free. I thought I'd fixed everything. Maybe the program I paid for was a virus. I don't know. I don't think so because I tried Googling it and it seemed like it was a legit program. I just don't remember the name. So I should be able to find out the name very quickly. Uh, just bear with me. It was I have it here as well. The email. Reimage is what it is. Reimage, Windows problem relief, it says. And now I've heard that there's some kind of a virus too, that same name, but it seemed like a legit program. It seemed to do the job. And then several days later, the computer was dead and couldn't restart it. Um, but I mean, it did seem to do the job, and I don't know. Let me know if you have any experience with that, or if you know anything about that. Um, anyway, let's get on to what's going on in the world of playing cards. Oh, one other thing though. On top of all this, I have not gotten a full week of work in like a month since before we had our summer shutdown and I went on holidays. The week before that, we had a short week. Came back from work, we worked like half days, 4 days, and then this week ended up getting off early on Monday, and then on Friday ended up getting the day off. We only worked 4 hours on Friday anyway, but ended up getting the day off because there was a fire in the building, in the basement level. And as a result, tomorrow, no work. I don't know if or when there's going to be work this week. I don't know what kind of structural damage there may have been. It doesn't help that it's basically a wood frame building interior. It's brick walls with wood framing, wood beams and posts, and so I don't know. And it's in the basement, so I don't know what kind of damage it sustained. I don't think it was too severe. I don't think it was a major fire, and it got caught and put out within. It got put out within an hour, according to the reports I saw on the news. But and somehow a firefighter got injured. You know, it was a probably a relatively small fire, so I don't understand how that happened, but hope he's all right. So yeah, there was a lot of smoke apparently, and power is out. It's got to get reconnected tomorrow. That's why we're not working tomorrow. It's expected we'll be back Tuesday, but again, it's going to be a short week. And then the week after that's Labor Day weekend, so it's going to be another short work week. Or at least we get paid for the full week. Anyway, I've talked enough about my life. It's been a interesting week. Let's get on with playing cards. The whole point about the other thing I wanted to mention regarding all this is, as well as I have lost whatever was on my old computer. I do have the hard drive. I need to access it. I bought this cable on Amazon. It came yesterday. Hooked it up. Doesn't seem to work. May or may not need a power source. I really don't know. So I've ordered something else with a power source. We'll try again. I mean, it's only 13 bucks or whatever for free shipping. So whatever. I'll chalk it up as a loss. Hopefully I can access what's on there because I have a bunch of intros recorded for deck reviews. And I really don't want to have to redo them all, even though it might not hurt, but to redo them. Anyway, plus family pictures and stuff like that was on there. And other stuff, files that I'd like to get to. Could just be that the hard drive is dead as well, and I can't access it. But I'm going to try, damn it. Anyway, let's get into playing cards. And hopefully this computer doesn't die. So let's go to here, and let's see what is new on Kickstarter. Man, it's humid. Pretty warm. It's not even hot, but it's humid. So let's see. We got a new one from Black Roses playing cards. Daniel Snyder, the Black Roses hotel playing cards. Wow, so far I'm seeing decks that are kind of a mixed bag for me. It is well funded, 29 days to go. It's one that I'll get it later on once it's on Murphy's Magic. Don't fret. It's a very minimalist Black Roses deck with interesting looking roses on there, not your usual roses, and a very light blue-ish greenish color. Not exactly a hotel casino type color, hotel casino deck type color, as you might expect. Casino flair of the 70s meets a striking modern color scheme. It's modern, really? There's also a casino stretch goal, which is unlocked. I'll check that out in a minute. Um, it got the same color on the ace of spades, as you can see. Slightly off-centered stamp seal. Modified size step and stack. Modified in what possible way? Can you explain that, please? Because I'm interested to know what the hell that means. There's a door hanger card, whatever that means. A hotel. I think I know what the door hanger card might be. There's a hotel common card, completely custom fronts and backs, and not just stereotypical casino type deck in that respect because it's completely custom and custom colors. Custom to some extent. There's your seal, USB inspired. Compliments of much West Germany. Interesting. And here's your court cards. They have Daniel Snyder and other people related to him and other magician friends. But they're standard court cards that are recolored and have custom faces. Like most of his decks, like that this guy is shooting himself in the head, committing suicide with a staple gun. You know, I could do that if I wanted to, but I'm not gonna. There's a limited collector's box, which you get 4 decks in one gigantic box. And then there's a limited collector box, which, okay, that's what that is. So I've seen it twice, and it's like, what? So 4 decks, 4 stickers, 2 magnets, a magnet, really? And a signed playing card. Only 100 available. And this is the stretch goal of the casino deck. It's a black version. So it's funny, somebody I saw on the cards was saying, there's nothing black about this deck. Well, there it is. There's the black part of the deck. That technically the last few Black Roses decks, except for the first Black Roses deck, there wasn't a whole lot black about them. Just the name, Black Roses. And this one's more of a standard casino card with standard, well, they're modified faces. And I mean, it's got a reveal on the King of Diamonds with Madison's face. I believe that's Madison's face. And also Black Roses V1 reprint by Carta Mundi unlocked at 20,000 euros. Why on earth do we need this? Oh, and why do we need this on the tuck case? Oh, that's the casino deck, but it's not the casino back design. I guess that's just showing the other one. So Murphy's Magic is fulfillment. I'll be able to get them later on. I'm fairly certain. Maybe not the reprint. Maybe not the reprint. But the other two, I'm more or less guaranteed I'll be able to get them for Murphy's Magic as long as they continue to allow me to buy through the website. Next, we have a relaunch of a relaunch. The Singularity Black playing cards by Relativity playing cards. 31% funded. 13 days to go. Pretty short campaign. Snohomish, Washington. Very interesting name. The person's from. The original prawns that they did, Singularity, was just a white deck. More recently, they had black and white in one project. They did not hit the goal to fund. And now they've relaunched with just a black deck, as I had kind of suggested, because it is about a black hole. And I figured this looked good. Now, again, I mentioned something to him which they have not done, which is this artwork. And I understand, you know, his comment about making it more like worker friendly, but this artwork with the black hole and the kind of a flamey thing going on around it, it looks like it basically is chopped off by this unnecessary black border. Just make it full bleed, make that continue to the edge of the cards, and it'll look better for fanning and flourishing, and it's going to be just as cool and usable. I just think it looks like it's chopped off for no reason. The faces are standard. Orange for the hearts and diamonds, white for the spades and clubs, simple custom ace of spades, recolored court cards. It's cool. There's also a stretch goal for the white deck. Like I said, it's cool, but that's kind of, it's the E.T. Joker card, as you can see. I also feel like maybe, it does say on the tuck case Singularity on the back, but not the front. Maybe it'd be nice if they flipped that. It's fine. I understand. But see the artwork here in its full glory without being chopped off, and then the court card, the back design is chopped off. Why? Just let it let it flow like it's supposed to be. I just personally think that would look better. But anyways, it's an okay deck of cards. And then we got Bloodlines from Riffle Shuffle. I have no idea if this is any way related to a previous Bloodlines deck of cards, which I'm going to Google right now, actually. Because there was another deck called Bloodlines. Is it related? I don't recall. We're going to find out. This new one is from Riffle Shuffle. Because they don't have enough projects going on Kickstarter right now. And outside Kickstarter, they are reaching for people's wallets from everywhere. Like, give us a break. For heaven's sake, stop trying to get our money. Left and right, trying to get our money on various Kickstarter projects. Decks being released on the website, like on the bi-weekly. That's ridiculous. See, maybe there is some relation. There was another previous Kickstarter deck by Billy France. And it does have the same type of like name from what I'm seeing. I do have this one. I do have a review of it if you want to go check it out. Let's look at these ones. It's different. It's got pips in the front. Sort of. They kind of look like pips. I mean, there's definitely a spade, kind of a club, kind of a heart, and I guess there's a diamond in the box. It's funded. It's a stained glass frame. This one's from Gregory Darrell, so it's not related. It's not the same. It's just the same name. And why? What does it have to do with Bloodlines? It's a stained glass deck is what it is. There's a ruby red, emerald green. It's nice that they pointed out one's the left, the other's the right. Like, we couldn't figure out which is red, which is green. But, and there's your back design. It's got it's got skulls on it. It's a pretty nice bat design, but that has nothing to do with stained glass skulls, technically. And the court cards, they're all right. Personally, I kind of feel like the image, the figure of the court card blends in too much to the stained glass. These are decks that I will just look to get later on Murphy's Magic. If anything, also those pips look freaking tiny. They're supposed to have stained glass elements within them, and you can see that, but they look tiny. Why not make them bigger? Show us the true glory. They're the same size as the index pip. It's ridiculous. Like, look at these aces. Why is the ace of hearts upside down, by the way? Show us the true glory of those pips. And the jokers, they're alright. They kind of look like something that collectible playing cards would put out. Just saying. I mean, at least they customize the court cards, I suppose. But, and then again, at the same time, not really, because these are all repeating court cards. It's the same thing. Just a different pip. Maybe some minor changes in the body. Different colors. But it's the same thing. Repeating court cards. It's also the first one that they're using that's being printed by Cardamundi. That's interesting in itself. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan of when somebody puts out a deck that has the same name as a previous deck. Like this one was Bloodlines. It made more sense to have that name than a stained glass themed deck. And he's already done a Bloodlines deck. You know, it feels like it's copying. Moving on. Okay. Monogrammed leather case and wooden box and poker cards by Gold Digital Studio. 0% funded, 43 days to go. This is how you know it's not going to be good. Because it needs that many weeks. They feel they need that many weeks in order to fund it. If it's a good deck of cards, it'll fund pretty quickly. And they don't even have a name for it. What happened to my face? My face disappeared. There it is. Well, there I am. My face disappeared for a second there, I think. I don't know if it disappeared for you guys. Oh my god. What are we looking at here? Dragons and Thrones playing cards. So why don't you make that the name of the project? Dragons and Thrones. Leather cases, not really feeling them. Then there's a wooden box as well. Focus, if this is going to be about playing cards, you should focus on the playing cards, not boxes that few people are going to be interested in. So there's a second project. I'm interested in what else they created. 3 by 4 inches. Interesting. 1.5 inches thick. 1.5 inches thick. I'm pretty sure a deck of cards is like less than an inch thick. Fairly certain, it's like 3/4 inch thick. That seems pretty thick, and that's kind of interesting. You can clip it on your purse or your belt or whatever. And then there's a wooden box which has a flamey sword thing on it. A burning sword. Flamey sword. Is that the cards? Okay. And the Dragons and Throne cards. I mean, the faces are custom. The back design is, I don't even know what on earth it's supposed to be. Also, I can tell that they look like absolute crap. I want to say VS Word, absolute, eh. But I'm trying to make sure this video gets monetized for once. They're very cheap plastic or glossy from the looks of it. They're not going to fan or spread nicely. I mean, and the custom suits. Well, I mean, sort of. You got the diamond, you got the swords, you got the clovers, and you got the hearts. It's an interesting way of changing up the suits by keeping them standard. I feel like the swords one, you can barely see the sword in the index, at least from this distance. It feels like it's too small. The 4 indexes is a bit overkill, maybe. I do like the, scroll paper type look. 4 indexes is definitely overkill. This looks like a 5 of diamonds when it's only an ace of diamonds. Maybe if, they weren't so big, the index pips. And then the court cards. You see the number cards? That is a lot of diamonds for a 10 of diamonds, by the way. It just seems like those indexes are a bit overkill. They're not really showing as much. Okay, right here you can see the court cards, sort of. You don't really get to see much. There's a lot of fire. And the court cards, they look like people from today's day and age. The back design, I don't know what's going on there. Some flamey thing going on there. At least they got borders that match the back. But yeah, I'm not really digging it too much, especially the quality. It's not going to be good quality. I would not recommend backing it. And there's other decks out there that have much nicer box cases. And there's no tuck box for this one. It's a wooden box. And then there's this case that I guess the wooden box fits into. I don't know. It's ridiculous. Just make a regular tuck case. It's much better. What have they done in the past? Okay, they had a Dragons and Thrones project, which was canceled. Oh, on my birthday. Because it should be canceled. And, oh, okay, so that's a dragon is what it is on the back design. It barely looks like one. Not really. If I was to make a suggestion as great as is, first of all, people prefer just an actual tuck case. Collectors prefer just an actual tuck case, or anyone who uses cards. Secondly, the quality of the cards is very important to most people. People want cards that handle good. Collectors want cards that handle good and look good. And these ones do not look like they're going to handle good. There's no information on who's producing them. And I would say that's a hard pass. Moving on, we got Century White playing cards by Lunzi, G&G, or is it G&G? I don't recall. G&G. It is 77% funded, 11 days to go. Absolutely shocked it is not actually funded. I thought this new computer would be faster than my old one. Apparently not. There we go. So basically this is a It's a recolor of the previous century playing cards, which I did not get, will not get, much like these ones, because they're not all that exciting. They are printed by the USPC. Another Promethean Fire. What does this have to do with Promethean and fire? Prometheus and fire? Nothing. That's what, nothing. There's the original one, which I didn't get, even though I could have. And then this one. I don't know which one I like better, if any. Faces have, like this one here, I mean, it says designed by Grace and Gentle. Why do you need that on there, on the 4 of clubs? This makes no sense. Really big pips, I like that. Standard faces outside of that. They're not showing us any court cards. They haven't even bothered to show us the Ace of Spades at this point. There's also apparently a red one. Okay. Oh yes, there you see some of the faces. They're horrible. It looks like they took a court card and they chopped out parts and they erased the face. I have no interest in that. Or is that, no, that's a different deck. That's a different deck. My apologies. But I don't think this one's much different. I don't remember what they look like per se. And they're not showing us what they look like. So that's a pass. And then we got the red forest playing cards of the bloodthirsty forest before dawn. It's a roar of dark forest. Gilding edition, not gilded edition, but the gilding edition by, I don't even know if I want to pronounce that name, but let's see, Oh Yang Wan Wan. Oh Yang Wan Wan. 46% funded, 36 days to go. Not trying to offend anyone, I apologize if I did. There's nothing red about these playing cards except for the name. And by the way, the back design does not invoke in me anything about a forest, dark or otherwise. It looks like they took a deck from collectible playing cards and they decided to modify it. Oh, there's a forestry element on the tuck case. How exciting. And then the number cards, the faces. Those are the jokers. They're unusual. They're very unique. I don't mind that. It's a face, as you can see. The eyes and the mouth. It's pretty bizarre. The aces, they're alright. I'm not a fan of all the cards being black. I do like my decks to have different colors between the blacks and the reds. In this case, they're all black, which makes it hard to identify. I'll also point out that the indexes seem like they are too far in from the corner. And there is an unnecessary white border on the faces. The rest of the cards, as you can see, very typographic. Just letters. What on earth does that have to do with a forest or a dark forest or anything like that? Absolutely nothing. Also, what's the point of having a white border on the faces when the backs have a black border? Again, it's just, I don't know. Not digging it. Oh, look. There's red on the tuck case. Red forest. Personally, I mean, I'm not into this deck. Who's printing it even? Does it say? It's supposed to be gilded, apparently. 16 bucks Canadian for one deck on the early bird. That's expensive for an early bird. For a deck, yeah, let's look at this here. It says, it's a fantastic set of playing cards. Black and red cards present a bloodthirsty forest dominated by darkness. There's no red in this deck that I can tell. There's nothing that invokes in me any kind of forest theme, any kind of theme. Nothing. Nothing like that. Cries of raven, roams of beast, all disappear before dawn. There's nothing in here that tells me this is forest related. There's nothing in here that's red or bloodthirsty. There's not even red color in it. The court cards absolutely do not fit with the theme. They're just letters. There's nothing in there that, again, tells me this is a forest type theme or an animal type theme. High quality, or it says printing standard for cards to playing cards. High 310G, high temperature oil injection stock paper. with smooth touch. I've never seen that before. Edge cutting by all-in-one machine with great force of friction. Wow, friction. This is just a hilarious description for me for the printing and everything. There's also a reinforced edition. The standard set of 54 cards and 2 additional treasure cards. 1 silver gilding pull type box. This is a box that you pull out, as you can see, and there's a tuck case, the regular tuck case in it. So the reinforced edition is a tuck case inside of a second box. How exciting. Yeah, absolutely a pass. I don't understand that one at all. Oh boy, it gets even better. Then there's this, which is apparently a card puzzle. We will check it out, like we do. And there's a relaunch of the Amsterdam playing cards printed by Card and Moonday by Tricks and Beats. It's 17% funded, 24 days to go. I'm going to wager that they didn't really change anything about it after it failed, and they still think it's going to somehow. But let's see. I'm curious about this puzzles and pictures by Sergey. I'm going to close this. It is funded, 47 hours to go. Haven't seen it before. It's a playing card puzzle based on their deck of cards from the looks of it. Does anyone have any idea how I could speed up this loading? Because it's ridiculous. Apparently, you'll still be able to get their previous decks in this one in case you missed out. I got the first one. I really don't plan on getting the other ones. It's an FSC Casino Classic 300 matte stock. Is that what it is? It's printed by Card and Moonday. It is not the B9 linen finish. It's not the best stocking finish. It's okay, but it's not great. And that's what it is. FSC Casino Classic 300 matte stock. It's okay. I don't understand what this puzzle thing is all about. There is puzzles with pictures, or puzzle with puzzles from the picture. You can get a picture of all the cards. You can get the 3 different decks. Limited box for all 3 of them. I really don't have much of an interest in getting all 3 of them. There's not even much of a difference from the tuck case and all 3 of them. They look the same to me. Moving on. We've seen that deck before. Amsterdam playing cards. 70% funded, 24 days to go. Minimalist deck design with the skyline of Amsterdam. It's the Amsterdam knock. Go figure. By Tricks and Beats. Come on. There we go. Apparently, Amsterdam is famous for a few things. I know of one thing, or maybe 2 actually. They're listed there. Not cheese, but weed, and the red light district. That's what I know Amsterdam is famous for. Apparently, they're famous for tulips and cheese as well. And they've apparently incorporated this all into a deck of cards. No, they didn't. Obviously, 14 euros for one deck, 21 bucks Canadian. No, not for a deck that should be 10 bucks. And so the court cards are standard. They decided to throw cheese on the kings, cheese in with the kings, tulips for the queens, who are also dressed like whores, and the jacks are smoking weed, smoking joints, the holding joints. Yeah, so they've incorporated all 4 of the zones into the court cards. I don't give them that much. The Ace of Spades is alright. It's pretty nice. The Jokers, they look like something, alright. Let's not get into that. Tuck Ace is kind of meh. It's okay. They wish that that was on the other side. The front was actually on the front. I don't know why people always do that, but that's just a little nitpick from me. Like I said, this should be on the other side, on the back, but I understand. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. Be put by Carter Munday. Good snock and finish. I'm interested in a couple of things here. Let me just jet back up to the top. So, I mean, the snock and finish is going to be good. They've also had signature playing cards, apparently. Oh, yeah, that one was also a horrible fail because it was not a good deck of cards. But I am curious about their previous. They have 761 euros, by the way. 17% funded. Chances of funding, not good. That doesn't help. Why do creators do this all the time? I want to double check something here. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I figured. Their original goal was 40, just over, almost $4,500 Canadian. Their current goal is almost $6,500 Canadian. They've added almost $2,000 to the goal. It's still printed by Carter Munday. They had 43 backers. Currently, they're at 31. And let me see a couple other things. They did have an early bird at €8. The regular price was €12. And now it's €14. And there's no early birds. I apologize. We got that. I don't understand why creators do this. So the early bird here is 12. Last time the early bird was €8 and the decks were €12. Now the early bird is €12 and the decks are €14. And the goal has gone up. And nothing has changed about the artwork. I don't understand why creators do this. It flabbergasts me. You launch a deck, it fails, then you decide to relaunch it with a higher goal, higher cost, and you didn't change the damn thing, and you expect it's going to fund? Like, what? Oh my god. I'm going to have to contact them and ask them what the hell they're thinking, because it just makes no sense. I do not understand why creators do that. Moving on, we got the Eclipse Originals. Actually, we looked at this one last week by Ethan Ricketts. It is 37% funded 27 days ago. Chances of funding not looking too good. It's a very minimalist deck. And then there's the Kung Fu and Cards Dream that Melia has. 65% funded 32 days to go. At this rate, there's a decent chance that one funds with 32 days to go. Expletive cats. Very interesting. They got Valhalla by the Cardster. It is well funded, 16 days to go. Crown Jewels by SVI Group is funded, 18 days to go. Rogue Amethyst by Jason Nguyen is funded, 3 days to go. Lots of cat stuff, apparently. Zoo 52 by Elephant Playing Cards is funded, 8 days to go. Sakura Winter Edition by Francis Garcia, 69% funded, 17 days to go. That one may or may not make it. We'll see what happens in the coming weeks. Mighty Mania. Whatever that is. The Ludwig van Beethoven wooden box add-on. It's not really an add-on if it's a new project. Is 97% funded, 13 days to go. I think it's going to fund. That's by 64 playing cards. Lenormand Solitaire Unique Double Deck Oracle Card Set by Deluxe Cards is 75% funded, 14 days to go. Decent chance it funds. Bicycle Rainbow V2 by Artisan Playing Cards, aka TCC, is very well funded, 4 days to go. No problem getting that one later on, I'm fairly certain. More tarot decks. Juice Joint by Docs Playing Cards is well funded, 10 days to go. Good stuff. Emperor Playing Cards by Penguin Magic is also funded, 9 days to go. Then there's this, I forget what it's called, yeah, Cubics playing cards, it says on here. Astro 7, whatever. 93% funded, 70 days to go. Looks like it's going to fund. I don't understand why people see anything in that or how they expect anything glorious from it. The BTS BT21 playing cards by BT21 Lover, 25% funded, 16 days to go. Don't see it happening. Unique Transparent Playing Cards by Antoinette, 11% funded, 7 days to go. Not going to happen. MERS, second edition by Zach Merzadeh is funded, 6 days to go. Five Ings by DLC Card Company is funded, 5 days to go. Addy Ducks Playing Cards by Matt Fox is somehow funded, 5 days to go. Culturi Animalius by Jack Brutus Penny is funded, 58 hours to go. But I'm a Twisted Poker. I'm a Twisted Poker. I don't know, it just feels like a kid's song. By Board Game Taylor is 5% funded, 48 hours to go. Absolutely no chance in hell it's going to happen. It would have to be, hell would have to freeze over in order for that one to fund. Moving on, Convolution by Kyle is 0% funded, 19 days to go. No chance that one's going to happen. The Mahong playing cards by Kyle and Friends, incidentally. I don't know if it's the same guy or not, but also not doing well. 10% funded, 6 days to go. Not going to happen. And that's it. Apparently, did we see this one last week? Or is there another new one? Bad Girl Baddies. I see this Chinese Blessed Pen style playing cards funded. And Merlin funded. City Skylines went funded. A lot of deck funded. That's good. Moving on, let's see what else is going on in the world of playing cards. First of all, oh God. My apologies. That didn't go as I planned. Svengali.com, not spelled Sven, just SVNGolly.com, which is a new brand by Alex Pandrea and Ito Hung. I thought they had some issues, but apparently they must have worked them out. And they have this new deck, the Svengali deck 01 Forbidden. $13 for this. It's a one-way back design with a snake, and it says Svengali on it. And the core card, as you can see, is standard. There's a reveal on that one, but standard. That is the Ace of Spades. It's an apple. I guess the forbidden fruit. And then there's the Ace of Hearts. And then there's a bunch of writing, at least on the Four of Diamonds. He was a dangerous man. I think that's what it says. No, he was a dangerous sin wrapped in angelic something. I don't know. Seems unnecessary. It's an okay back design aside from it being one way. And I mean, and apparently 02 coming soon. It's a new trick, is it? And then 03. So this one's coming apparently November 29th. This one December 25th. I'm not giving you money once a month for crap. No, thank you. Obviously, this one's coming for Black Friday. And the other one's coming for Christmas. I think that might be Black Friday, November 29th. Maybe it's the week after. Is this supposed to be something that is being backwards? Miriam is. I don't know. Not really digging it. And plus, you have to, and somebody pointed this out, but you have to question your timing on this, considering 311 released the Provision playing cards, which guess what? Also has a snake theme to it, if I recall correctly. And it's a hell of a lot better. So why would you get this? By the way, they ripped off the name Svengali, obviously. And also, don't go there expecting it to be a Svengali deck, because it's not a Svengali deck. So it's also misleading. Why does it also say Visa playing cards? So now he's got all these runs. He's got House of Playing Cards, Blue Crown, Svengali, and Visa playing cards, which I haven't done anything with in quite some time. And I don't understand it. And Ito Hong really needs to design something better than that, personally. And just the one-way back design kind of a killer for a lot of people. But there you go. There's the provision that I need to review. Snakes on the bat design. It's a mirror image bat design. It's a hell of a lot nicer, and I recommend checking it out. It's completely custom. Beautiful deck of cards. This one, not so much. It's an okay deck of cards, but really have no desire to get it. Moving on. Art of Play has a couple of new things to look at. They have two new decks, as I mentioned. One is the Zoma, which to me sounds way too similar to Soma, which is aged way too much by wrestlers and others, athletes. Just a bit too similar. And then the other is the Z deck, which is a complete ripoff of Steve Mitty's Z deck in the name, which I'm not a fan of. People doing that, ripping off names. It may load eventually. Now, the Z deck is just a ripoff in name. They should have come up with something better. It is a zebra-themed deck. There's the Zoma. I'm going to close that one. I apologize. And the Z deck. Now, the Zoma does have a pretty nice tuck case. The Z deck is a little bit more simple. But 18 bucks for this deck, that's about 50% more than I'd like to pay for this deck. And Art of Play really likes to inflate the prices of the decks. They're all like 15 bucks and up, which is ridiculous. It's produced in collaboration with Zoma Wellness. Oh my God. A wellness company named Zoma. I wonder if they use Soma a lot. No, actually, it's apparently a luxury cannabis brand. And yeah, I'm sure that really works good for wellness. Pot. Printed by USPC. Sustainable paper with environmentally safe ink. And designed by Pavement Design Studio in San Francisco. Pavement Design. Custom back design aces, spades, and jokers. There's your back design. It's pretty interesting. Very leafy. Now I get it. I wasn't sure what to make of it before. There's a face in there. Looks like it might be high. There's your ace of spades. It's very bizarre. It's interesting. It's very unique, but it's a little bit bizarre. And then the court cards are standard Arco court cards for some unknown reason. Art of Play really has a fate for Arco court cards. And everything else is basically standard. So it's a nice tuck case with generic faces and some custom jokers and a custom ace of spades. And that card, I wonder if they sell it on the website for less money. I'm very curious about that. It's a nice tuck case, I'll give it that much. In fact, I'm going to do that very quickly. Let's check out some wellness to come. Let's also check out the Z deck with this 15 bucks for a deck that's, again, relatively standard. Now, on the Zoma website, you have to be 15 and up. They don't have anything except some stuff listed, but it's not available for sale. No decks, so that's interesting. Alex, stop sending me your damn email. I'm not interested in your new deck. Thank you. Ugh. Anyone else find it frustrating? I don't know if this happens to you, but it happens to me a lot. I check my email on my phone, I delete it, and then it shows up again. Huh? Go away. So this one's just a standard tuck case. It says Z deck on the side, and there's a Z on the front because why not? It says to watch a new video. It's a concept that will take your card visuals to a whole new level. And it's by cardistry brand December Boys. It's their first deck. And apparently it wasn't on Kickstarter. I don't know. 2,927 decks. What a number. Printed by USB-C. And has a premium foil printed tuck box. So that's supposed to be foil, I guess. And here we look at the cards. The back design. I get why they say it's cardistry friendly. It's a borderless zebra pattern. Why not just call it the zebra deck, you know? And then the court cards. This sticker, by the way, the seal, really kills the whole design to some extent because it's a blue seal stamped on a black and white tuck case with the name on it. It's kind of weird. Apparently there's 4 green cards in there. No jokers, I guess. There's your aces. And there's your court cards. They're standard with a zebra body, basically. How exciting. Not really. Moving on. Bookable. Now, I had to say, Bookable, how dare you send me an email, send me emails telling me to keep smiling. Maybe it's like, cheer up, buttercup, I don't know, but really, after this week, it was kind of annoying. But I suppose to some extent. They do have the Dragon Ball Z playing cards in another deck, but it's not what I wanted to see. Goodness. Let's, I'm on. Oh my god. The Ruto was the other one I was thinking of. Wow, this software I'm using really slows down my computer. Let's look at this. The Keep Smiling decks. They're all about smiley faces. And I think that dollar sign really encapsulates what this is all about, and that is them trying to make money off of you. Not me, because I ain't giving them money for this. But you might. I would probably suggest otherwise. Let's look at this Keep Smiling collector box. There's 5 different decks. Here you see the back designs and the tuck case designs. And then there's this. I don't know what that one's supposed to be. But, well, let's flip through these quickly. As quickly as I can. I can do that. There you see the backs. Put some quotes on there. Let's look at the faces for like smiley knock decks. Oh, look at that. It's got a phone charger thing, so it's a phone. It's an iPhone thing, right? Keep smiling. Take it easy. Keep smiling, okay? Take it easy. Love and peace. What did this one say? Anything? Just keep smiling. Okay. Take it easy. Keep smiling. Deja vu, deja vu, deja vu. Deja vu. And in this, I don't know what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a Joker or something. I'm not sure. There's your case. Very interesting. It's a very unique, obviously, because it's 5 decks. Each deck also has unique tuck case element. The yellow one has laser engraving. The orange, black foil. The red has white foil. The green has gold foil. That's starting to sound like deja vu. And the black has hologram or holographic foil, perhaps. 900 decks of each color with numbered seals. You can see a laser engraving there. That's pretty cool. It says, have a nice day. Have a restful day. Have a day of hope. Have a wonderful day. Have a day of energy. Lovely. Matte collector box. There you see the cards some more. And then, oh yes, let's look at the faces. No, absolutely not. The faces have a bunch of quotes. They have different, what is that, emojis, I guess, for the pips, for the index. They don't have standard indexes. That to me is a big time killer. The back designs, they're okay. I might have gone them if the faces were better. Also, they have white borders and then the faces have colors to them. Again, kind of seems unnecessary. Um, to do that hurts their use, and just in general, the suits hurt the use of it. I mean, you got like a circle, you got like a happy face, you got like a lightning bolt, and a dollar sign, dollar dollar. There you see them. Don't expect a review on my channel. Let's just put it that way. Unless somebody wants to send them to me. Even still, I would rather you not send them to me. Send me something better. Let's look at playingcards.net. I actually placed an order there. Sucker. I know. Actually, two, because I ended up seeing there was another deck I wanted, and I decided I wanted two of the one. So let's see what those decks are. And I do want to thank playingcards.net for making decks like these affordable. They do have the Bicycle Astronaut Snoopy, which I got from Bokobo a little while back. But the ones I was interested in that I got was, first of all, the Bicycle Charan Po Antan playing cards, which I know nothing about what it's about. And the Bicycle Okinawa Japan deck here, which I got two of. I hope. I ordered one and I saw the other one and decided to place another order for one more, and that Rantan. Saran Po Rantan. So this is the Okinawa one. It's very colorful. I don't know if I can zoom in there. Apparently not. It's a colorful, modified, I guess a maiden back or something. And modified Asian themed court cards. Very colorful, very bright, as you can see. But I like it. I like it. And this is the other one. Saran Porantan. Saran Porantan. Say that 10 times fast. It does have some modified faces. Custom jokers. The court cards, they're modified. They got some weird Japanese cartoon faces. And I imagine that's what it's about. A Japanese cartoon. It is a Japan release, only available in Japan or for like $50 on eBay. So that's why I'm glad that they have made these available at a decent price. Haven't even seen this one on eBay yet. Original biscuit lamp with the theme of Okinawa. Biscuit lamp? Okay. So yeah, glad to see that there. Moving on. This one I'm going to have to search. At the same time, let's get another thing going. So there's this new deck that I found through United Cards, which is on eBay. It's this one, the Bicycle Link Belt Crane playing cards. It's apparently a crane company. Even crane companies now put out playing cards for some reason. It looks like a pretty nice tuck case. I mean, nothing standard about it. Oh, there's your back design. I didn't know you could see it. The back design is a one-way back design with the logo on it. Come on. Load up. I hate this new Google image thing, by the way. Actually, what is this? That could be the design. It looks pretty nice. But I did see something else right here. What is that? Oh, that must be this one. That's not it, that's for sure. And here's your tuck case. It's a nice color. And I figured it's worth getting it. Even if it was like 20 bucks. Still waiting to see these ones from Bicycle. Let's check this out though. And Riffle Shuffle, let's talk about them. I can. Come on. Why do these websites hate me? Or do they just hate this software I'm using? The Screencast-O-Matic. Apparently, it uses up a lot of memory. Um, by the way, this bicycle coin is the last day to get it yesterday, so it might be gone at this point in time. Might still be available. There you go, link belt. They actually advertise that on their Twitter. But I'm more interested in this. Says they sold out at Magic Live. These beautiful prototype decks. It's hoping they'd be available on their website. I haven't even seen them on eBay. They also had some mini decks. So that kind of sucks. But they may, oh, they sold out. I'm sure they really sold out. I wonder how many they printed. Hoping they still show up on their website soon. For Wiffle Shuffle, they've added the Lollipop, 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 Lollipop. And Squeezes V2 is coming September 1st. How many recolors do we need of all your decks? Please let that be the last Squeezes deck. Because it's getting a little bit ridiculous. I hope there's no more snackers. I hope there's no more peelers. It's just, How can they get me to buy decks that have an orange or banana or strawberry on the back design and that's it? I don't understand, but they've done it somehow. Moving on. We're almost done. Go to playing card decks and Murphy's Magic. I never actually checked Hocus Pocus to see if they've had anything interesting lately. Weird. Playing card decks. They had some new decks that are from Murphy's, like Le Circle, which is actually an eBay. Van Gogh playing cards, which we'll look at, and Orbit. For some reason, Murphy's has not gotten the parallel edition, so I've had to order that one from directly from the Orbit website, but I did get the Orbit V7 from Murphy's Magic. Yay me. Tulips, just previously on eBay. This yellow Riderback, etc., etc. A circle one, less circle. We'll look at it, I guess. And it was, oh my goodness, 18 bucks. Not paying that much, that's for sure. It's fairly standard, fairly straightforward. And in fact, they don't even have images of the faces. It's a custom ace. And a simple circular pattern on the back design. Printed by Hansen Chen. And that's it. Apparently it has a hypnotic effect. That's elegant and simple design. And then there's the Van Gogh, which I've ordered from Murphy's. Van Gogh, get it. Van Gogh, get it. 2,500 produced. I don't know if it's produced by the same people who did the Bicycle Vintage Royal deck from Collectible Playing Cards. I don't know if it's the same designer. It's a nice, painted tuck case. And it's completely custom on the faces. Nice ace of spades, very unique. There's your number cards. The court cards have different figures. And, yeah, you see right here, it looks pretty good for cardistry. It is printed by Cardamundi, I believe it was. Based on the Starry Night artwork of his. Doesn't, oh yeah, actually here, printed by Cardamundi, Legendary B9 True Limitless. It's now considered legendary, apparently, finished, but I don't know. That's a bit much for me at this point in time to call it legendary. Still kind of early to be calling it legendary. Let me just check here quickly. Hocus Pocus. I apologize. So I see Murphy's has added the Turtle Club deck after I paid for it. After I got it from playing card decks. I'm happy to do that. I like to support Will and playing card decks. Although most of the time I'd rather just get the decks here for a little bit less. They got the Orbits, the Deluxe, Bicycle Deluxe, which I've gotten. The Fifth Kingdom prototype, which thank you, Will, for sending that my way this week. Review will be coming up soon enough. And it's coming to Kickstarter in a couple of weeks, I'm sure. In September sometime. The Elemental Master playing cards by TCC. Not really a fan of those. We can look at them. The Circle, Skateboard V2, which means again I overpaid for them, and a bunch of other random stuff. I am getting the Tulips. I am getting the Yellow Riderbacks. I'm not going to get the Superstar Live, BCA Superstar decks new. I am getting the Bicycle Deluxe, and obviously the Skateboard. I got that one already, didn't I? Or is it still on the way? I don't recall. Get the Van Gogh, getting Turtle Club's on the way, and Orbit V7, etc., etc. Now you know what I'm getting. Let's look at these master ones. Just looking. Hocus Pocus basically has a lot of the same stuff. They have the mini Pluto decks from Vanda. They have 15 prototypes. A lot of these Pokemon Modern decks are filtering out to different websites now. Of course, they're a couple of years old from eBay. These ones were previously from Kickstarter. That was the Pokemon Modern decks. This is the Master, the Elemental Master decks. Two different colors. It's a one-way bat design. It's okay. And then you get to the faces, and it's like, nah. It's like geometric, crystallized court card figures and pips. Not really feeling it. Also looks like it's a sideways opening tuck. Could be wrong, but that's what it looks like. And then the number cards have all sorts of different tools on them. How exciting. New. It's not. For me, at least. Yeah, I'm just seeing a lot of the same old from these other sites. I do see Hocus Pocus has the Parisian playing cards for Randy Butterfield. By the way, congrats to Randy Butterfield on being engaged. Becoming engaged the other day. Or was it getting married? Actually, he got married, I believe it was. So congratulations to him. Um, yeah. They also have pre-orders on all the Nuggets. Why is everyone doing pre-orders on Nuggets when they're not even available yet? They haven't even produced yet. Everyone is just trying to ride that one to the bank. So, nothing too exciting. Not seeing any like vintage decks that they've acquired and put on their website. That is it. This has been a very long video. I apologize. There's a bit of life updates there at the beginning. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I don't think I've missed anything new this week. No, I'm not getting the strike deck. See you next time for more. Thanks for watching. Also, one more quick note. I know a couple of weeks ago I had a review up on the mint playing cards, and apparently I missed the playing cards. So I'll try to get that one redone at some point in time. I do apologize about that. I just must have forgot to paste something together there. And I don't have that video anymore, unfortunately. And it's not on my old hard drive either that I am aware of. So I'll have to redo that review. Anyways, that's it. Comment, rate, subscribe, hit that bell. Let me know what you think. We'll see you next time. More. Thanks for watching. And stay tuned because I got quite a bit coming this week, especially tomorrow, from the looks of it. So we'll see what happens.